ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
a monumentous, spectacular occasion is upon us. This is episode 2 of the P.R.I.M.E. podcast.
Yeah.
Many podcasts have came before it. Many podcasts will come after it. But this is the one, the only P.R.I.M.E. podcast. Brought to you live from my fucking basement. What's good, G?
What's going on, man?
I mean, I can't call it, you know.
First of all, greetings, primates. Everybody tuning in. What's going on?
Yes. Howdy doody and shit like that.
My
How's
name is
everybody?
Fats. His name is Phil. You know.
My name is Phil. My name is Coast Lo Castro, a.k.a. Phil, a.k.a. Dirty Boy if you're nasty.
What's going on, man?
You know, regular shit. It's another day in my fucking life. My back hurts. I'm old, and you know, just generally having a great time experiencing all that.
So how was your week?
My weeks are pretty uneventful, dude. I go to fucking physical therapy 3 days a week, and I just basically I lay around and I watch the ceiling, and I count the tiles on the ceiling. But I don't have a drop ceiling in my house, just down here. But I don't lay down here.
Okay.
Upstairs, you know, I just lay around. I watch child programming most of the time: Baby Shark, Sesame Street,
Right.
Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Because I have a young baby daughter, and that's what she likes. So
Right.
that's what I do. I have the unique ability to tune that shit the fuck out, though. Like, I don't even hear it when it's on anymore. It's just, it's in the background.
But the beautiful thing is when you know the words and you can sing along.
I know a lot of the words, too. Like, Baby Shark only has about 6 lyrics, so it's easy. But,
Right.
you know, some of the other songs, like all the songs from Moana, I know them.
Right?
Where, did you ever see Moana? It's the one with the rock in it.
No.
He plays Maui.
Yes.
And he's like a cartoon of himself,
Right.
and he's just got this big annoying personality, and he thinks everybody like loves him. It's sort of like himself on Instagram, but he's as a cartoon character.
Right.
And then that's my daughter's favorite, Moana.
Right. But she's, what is she now?
She's a year and a half-ish.
Right.
Well,
So
maybe-
you've not even scraped the tip of the iceberg.
On what, child programming?
Yeah, my son is 3.5. Well,
What is a 3.5-year-old?
well, that's your garden variety Nick Jr. shows. You got your Doras and you have PJ Masks. That's a big one,
No, we did Dora back in the day
right?
with my first wife's daughter. That was
And-
big then.
And Paw Patrol is everything. You know?
I don't know about Paw Patrol. I'm on.
Oh man, you definitely soon are gonna learn about Paw Patrol. You know?
Do I want to?
Yeah, I think yeah. But see, and then you know, since he's a boy, he's like Blaze and the Monster Machines, and he's what's the other one with Lightning McQueen?
Cars.
Yeah, he's really into that type of stuff. So, you know, you've only touched the tip of the iceberg. She's young,
My son had a Cars bed. Cars
Right.
was everything.
right? But soon you're gonna have to start taking her to these live shows. You know, at Madison Square Garden.
There's no law that says I have to.
You will.
I mean,
You will.
I may.
I'm telling you, you will.
I don't know. Because my wife works on Saturdays
Right.
because she has a very important job with hairs.
Right.
And everybody's off on a Saturday, so that's when they come. So that sort of cuts into the family time escapades.
My man, they cater to people like you. They come.
word?
They're there all week long.
Really?
Trust me.
I'd rather go on like a fucking Wednesday night, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I ain't trying to be like, you know, if I wanted at like a quarter of the capacity. I'm not trying to get out of that building when it's full.
Right.
Where do they do it at? Like Nassau Coliseum or some shit?
Well, I've been to the shows that I've gone to, like, you know, and Sesame Street. Oh my God.
She loves that Sesame Street.
Man. You know?
All the Sesame Street.
I've been-
Elmo is her favorite.
Yes. Elmo is a money machine. Shout out to the creators of Elmo. Like,
Nah, don't shout that dude out. That dude, he got in some trouble. He had his hand up Elmo's ass, but he was also trying to touch little kids, apparently.
Hey, listen.
You remember?
I'm talking about the creative mind for economic growth.
Wasn't Jim Henson behind all the Sesame Street shit? Well, I thought that was him for some reason.
No, that was Muppets.
I know, but I don't know how far back it goes. I don't know. Maybe I got all my puppets fucked up. I don't know.
Listen.
Why are we two grown men sitting here talking about fucking Muppets anyway and shit?
Hey, listen, we just fell down the rabbit hole, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, so we got we got a lot going on this week with the news from everything from the outrage about Gayle King and the stuff that she was saying about Kobe. Yo, there was something else I wanted to show you first about the
What's
Kobe
that?
thing.
Okay.
I want to play you some audio, and I want to get your reaction before we get into the fucking Gayle King shit, because I think this is far more inflammatory.
Oh yes, let's do it.
Let me just make sure I'm just gonna play it right off, just the audio right here.
As I know, there's always a lot of hate, pain in the world, and there's always a bunch of terrible stories. And every once in a while, there's a good story. A good story comes out. The guy who got away with rape got his today. Kobe Bryant is gone. I'm here in Charlotte, the home of the team that originally drafted him. Maybe he wouldn't have raped that chick in Denver if he had stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets. But anyway, the point is, dude, it's as I know, there's always a lot of hate, pain in the world, and there's always a bunch of terrible stories. And every once in a while, there's a good story. A good story comes out. The guy who got away with rape got his today. Kobe Bryant is gone. I'm here in Charlotte.
I don't know why it's looping or whatever.
So
that's Ari Shaffir. He's a comedian, and he's funny as fuck too. Prior to this video I saw, and I'm not one for the whole cancel culture bullshit, all this shit, but this shit was I seen that shit come up on my Instagram feed.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Right.
And then I started reading it. Apparently, every time somebody dies, he'll write some crazy shit about him or make a video. Just some completely foul.
So that's his angle or his gimmick.
Yeah, but where do you draw the fucking line? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's messed up. It's totally messed up. Secondly, he's doing the shock value thing. That is the wave these days. To say the most inflammatory thing that you could possibly say, because he just sucked you into that.
I'm more and like I said, I'm familiar with his stand-up
Right.
shit. He's been on Rogan before.
Right.
Him, Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, all those dudes, they did that weight loss shit with Joe Rogan, so they're
Right.
always on Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I found out about basically all of them. And I started watching his specials, and he's funny, and he says crazy shit, but that kind of shit is yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's all about your ethic and your morals, your moral compass. His moral compass is way off. Because at the end of the day, if you could mock the death of a man in that way, even if you feel a certain way about something that may have happened in the guy's past, you still mocking the fact that the guy lost his life and his daughter lost her life and a whole bunch of other people lost their lives in this tragic accident.
But then he tweeted he went to the thing about how he always does this when people died, and then during the Super Bowl commercial that Mr. Peanut died.
Right.
And he was like, Mr. Peanut's a piece of shit. He ruined flights for everyone for the last 20 years.
But see, this is what I'm saying. That's his angle though. You know, it's
fun.
that's his angle that keeps him relevant.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it's to me is tasteless.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
So what about the Gayle King shit? I just wanted to. I don't have a stance on.
So
I don't give a fuck.
A lot of people is a big backlash because Gayle King, just like this guy, Gayle King brought up the whole rape situation when she was interviewing Lisa Leslie, and there was a lot of backlash from a lot of different.
Was that a current interview with Lisa Leslie?
Yes, it's a current interview that just that. Well, I don't think it aired yet, but they aired a clip.
Oh, they took a piece out of it.
CBS aired a clip of the interview, and Gail basically asked her about the whole rape situation, and to be honest with you, again, a lot of stars were like sounding off about the situation, and to me, I think that it was. She formulated this question for controversy.
What was the question? Like, what did she ask a question?
She basically asked her about the rape acquittal. The fact that he got off.
Do we know what happened? I'm not trying to sound funny. Do we know what happened with that? Like, how did that? I remember there was a settlement of sorts or something. Like, but the girl had like 5 different cums in her fucking underpants. And it was like a whole big thing, right? It was like fucking 20 years ago.
Well, the fact of the matter is, even without going into that and rehashing that, because I don't even like to go there with that.
Yeah, obviously what happened to him now is fucking, who gives a shit what happened in the past?
The fact is, for me personally, since then, the guy's been like a model citizen. You know what I mean? And again, this is my take on a lot of on I'm not a person that maybe I'll take a lot of backlash for this, but when it comes to like guys that are public figures that get caught up in rape cases and scenarios, I'm not a person that's quick to jump on the bandwagon and say, "Oh, he did it," because that's a hustle as well. A lot of this Me Too stuff is a hustle as well, because a prominent figure, it's easy to say he did something to me, and I didn't want it to happen, but it happened, and then now you have all kind of lawsuits and things like that going on and everything else like that. It's like, to me, it's a means to an end, especially if it's something, you could be dealing with a woman as a man, and you want to break it off, and she's not ready to break it off.
That doesn't usually happen for me.
And she can weaponize something against you. And guess what? If your DNA is present.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, you can't. Who knows what the fuck happened? I don't know, man. I just think it's people they jump to all kinds of fucking conclusions, and they want to like make somebody a monster. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like I told you, I didn't watch that Gail shit. I don't know what the fuck she said, but it's just fucked up. It's like the guy's dead. You know what I mean? Like his daughter died. He died in a fucking helicopter crash.
The fact of the matter is, why is this that happened so many years ago even relevant today?
Because people want to talk, like same reason we talk about for what's happening. People just talking about shit that's happening, and like if they could grab even any semblance of light off of a situation in Hollywood, that's what what sells. Just
like what we're doing right here, where we're sitting here, we're talking, we're basically giving our opinions on things, right? So social media allows everyone that has an opinion to share their opinion.
Yo, that's a bad thing, because a lot of people's opinion is fucking stupid.
But again, how do you now separate yourself from the pack? You say the most outlandish, hurtful, crazy, things that you can think of that get people in an uproar. Like, how dare you say that type of thing? And then,
I don't know, man.
Again, switching gears for a second, a big uproar was Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
Getting the Medal of Freedom, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
I mean, that shit to me was like, they must have been homies or something. And
of course.
Trump was like, this motherfucker's dying. Let me give him a nice necklace on his way out.
Yeah.
But it's fucked up.
I mean, again, this country, we have freedom of speech.
Right.
Freedom of expression.
Right.
Right? So now if a person wants to express, negativity in that way, we basically have to allow them to do it.
Was his like whole thing just negative racist shit? I don't even know where he broadcasted from.
He was like ultra conservative, right wing. Just
he was on what channel? Like where did he?
He was on talk radio.
On like the AM dial or something.
Yeah, he was on talk radio, and then from talk radio, he was all over the internet with his show.
Didn't Howard Stern have a beef with him or some shit, or was that the other guy?
I don't know.
You see, because that's the whole thing. Like I don't know enough about this shit to fucking.
The fact of the matter is, if you look him up, there's like mega sound bites of him just saying all kind of outlandish thing about minorities, about poor people, about women. He was just the most outlandish things you could think about he would say.
And he's an asshole for that.
Yes.
I don't like him.
Right.
So now
the president sees him as a model citizen to now bestow the Presidential Medal of Freedom upon.
Well, like I said, he must have been, what I said to you, I was like, he must have been pro-Trump, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. But see, the only reason why I'm even talking about that is that now, just like this president is devaluing the Oval Office, he's devalued that particular award. That particular award has just lost value because it's been bestowed upon a person that
Didn't fucking Obama clear like John Forte of the fucking Fugees of cocaine charges, man? When you got friends in high places, you know what I'm saying?
But again, this is all about agendas, man. It's all about it's all about agendas.
Politics.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
Somebody's gonna fill that chair when Rush whatever his name, dies, right?
Right.
We're gonna have to, if you're Donald Trump, we're gonna have to make sure
that
he's also pro-Trump.
Oh yeah, but just turn to Fox News, you'll find anybody that'll step up and say,
Yeah.
What was the girl's name? Hold on.
Which one? What'd she do?
The one that just got slipped up with and said, hold on.
Oh. She did a very mean thing.
Yeah.
She said something stupid. We're fact checking over here. We should just make up names. Fuck fact checking. Just tell them fucking, the girl's name was Penelope Poupoulis. She was a Greek actress, and you know what she did was she said,
oh,
that shit.
What was her name?
Oh, who gives a fuck what her name is? You heard the clip.
Yeah.
You know what she said.
Yeah. Can I get some sound over here?
Why don't you get sound? Oh, I lowered you.
The kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers.
Whoa!
Come on! And she tried to say that she said Nakers. Come on, bro.
Whoa!
There was a hard R at the end of that.
So
come on, man.
Again, now, Alison Morris.
Alison.
Where
did you hear that word, Alison?
Now, here's the thing. Again, what happens is people have views and opinions, and they have certain conversations when the cameras are not rolling. And sometimes you can just be so caught up in what you're doing and what your private speech.
Oh, you think this was like a Freudian slip?
Of course.
You think before they were on air, she was like, this N-word.
I'm sure that in jest, that whenever they discussed basketball teams or football teams, it was the whatever.
You think so? Like that? Yeah. She worked for a big station, bro. You can't be, unless the entire station is on some shit like that.
Well, listen, how did that come out so effortlessly?
Because it's obviously
Where is your mind?
It's obviously a word that occurs in her everyday life.
There you go. Where's your mind? You know what I mean? It's a joke we always say that we're all racist in the car.
In the car?
Yeah, we're all.
I hate everybody in the car.
Well, think about it.
Traffic.
You get cut off. You almost get hit. You see who's driving.
And
you have gross generalizations of the other driver.
Everybody's a cocksucker to me. It's this cocksucker.
But
cocksucker.
your general grasp of language is just like,
Yeah.
You're like a walking profanity factory. You know that?
Oh.
But anyway.
No, I like that.
Yeah, but in other news, for all the guys out there, Erykah Badu is looking to market the scent of her.
She jacked that from Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah. But I mean, you got to think about that. Let's think about that.
Well, let's think. Well, first of all, you ever get into a real good fuck session and open a pussy up in your room? It's musty sometimes. I mean, do you really want Erykah Badu's pussy opened up in your room at all times?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, does this add or detract from whomever was like fantasizing over this woman?
My fantasies about women that have nothing to do with that sense. The what is it called? Scent.
Yeah, the
scent is not involved in my masturbating.
Like she's trying to market it as incense, so you could kind of like light the incense and like scent the room.
You could basically, you can go and get whatever oil or whatever incense you want and pretend it's whoever you want it to be.
Right.
So how do we know, Erika, that's how your pussy smells?
Well, you have to take. Well,
how do we know? That's how she wants us to think it smells. Meanwhile, it smells like fucking shit.
Well,
it smells like unwashed booty and fucking tuna.
You know what my point is with this, though? It's funny because this is where we've gotten in society, where the just the thought of like, let me take the scent of my used underwear and market it as an incense to scent the room.
I would take a sniff. I'd like to know what kind of flavor is coming off.
Yeah, but where are we as a?
It's a
what is humanity sinking to now?
It's a fucking,
that this is an idea that we can
It's a car fire. You want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! That motherfucker's on fire. You want to smell it? Yo, if you walked into the mall and that candle was on display, you'd pick it up and go.
All right, now, okay, so now let's say you bought that candle, right?
Yep. Let's say.
Now, first of all, women are not. Well, let me not say women.
They might. They might want to compare and take notes.
I mean, like, that's basically marketed to men, okay? This is like a man thing. You know
That's
what I mean?
a bad thing, though, because especially if you're like a single dude, you want your house smelling like pussy for when, like, say you tidy up and you want to, like, light like a butterscotch candle.
Right.
And a woman comes, she's like, ooh, is that butterscotch? Oh, that's so nice.
Right.
Do you want a woman coming and be like, ooh, is that Erykah Badu's pussy? Oh, that's so nice. You're not, she's like, you've been fucking in here all day. It smell like damn pussy. What the fuck is this?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand the gimmick of it, but it's just like the practicality of it, I don't really.
Yeah, it's like a weed-scented candle for the car.
Right.
Will you ever see a weed-scented car freshener?
No.
They sell them.
Why?
That sort of really defeats the fucking purpose.
Why? Why would they do that?
Because people are fucking retarded. That's why.
Well, I'm just saying this. When I saw that, I was like, wow.
Right.
Because I've seen Erykah Badu's
pussy? You did?
No.
Oh.
I've seen her structure, and she's built to last.
I'll say that. I haven't seen her in years. I don't know.
But then I've also seen the outcome of guys that have started to be with her and the aftermath of the way they were after her.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good body count, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I would even want to smell that because that might make me want to like wear like purple shoes and a yellow hat and start rapping about the light.
Who did she have? She had Common, right?
Yeah, Andre 3000, Jay Electronica.
Oh, really? Is that why his album never came out?
Could be.
She stopped that from happening, huh?
Well, I don't know if she stopped that from happening, but I will say this. Ooh. This lady is like, whew. You can definitely tell before her and after her in these guys' lives.
Yeah.
And I'll say that. And so that's why I'm saying that scent is probably like too addictive, you know?
I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been one for smelly pussies. I want pussy to just be there and be nice and odorless and
Right.
tasteless
Right.
and accommodating.
Right.
That's all. I don't.
So now, off of that,
Right.
and on to the next. What do you think
Yeah.
about Valentine's Day? What is your thought?
I think Valentine's Day is the stupidest fucking thing that ever happened to America. No, I don't think. I used to like Valentine's Day. Like when you're in a new relationship,
Right.
Valentine's Day is like, yeah, I'm gonna pay me. I'm gonna get some pussy. I'm gonna get her this. I'm gonna take her out. This pussy coming.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all it really is. It's like legal prostitution day.
Right.
It's like I'm gonna fill up your commissary, bitch.
But here's my thing. You crazy. Here's my thing about Valentine's Day, right? If you've been in a long-term relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in a long-term relationship.
Me? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yes, I am.
So now, do you get excited to now have to stop what you're doing and go get flowers and candy
Fuck out of here, man.
and possibly go out? Because, like, Valentine's Day is what? Next week?
Listen, I'm at the point in my relationship where I can go out and buy flowers, candy, and a dinner and go to sleep with a dry dick. So
yeah, but like I don't see. Here's my thing. I don't get it because it's like a celebration of love. But aren't we supposed to have that like every day?
I mean, that was on the brochure, but that's
right. But see,
once you get that call home,
yeah. But see, this is what I'm saying. See, we're two married individuals here. So I'm married. He's married. You know, and marriage is like a different kind of thing because it's like, you know, I already have like the title. You know, I bought the title.
you got it. The car is parked in your driveway.
Yeah,
You're not always allowed to drive it.
Absolutely.
It's like having a Ferrari, but you lost the keys.
Very good, very good. But you know, so now it's like I have to go out. You know, I have to plan this like dinner and a movie and you know.
I feel as though I should be pampered this year.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is where the whole reason why I'm like bringing this up is like, it's like I'm like a robot. Like, as soon as the year switches over, you start to, and let me tell you guys, if you don't know what time of year it is, all you have to do is walk into like a CVS.
Yo, if you go to Stop and Shop, the last time I was there, like, not the last time, one of the last times, maybe a few weeks ago,
Right.
they took down all the Super Bowl shit.
Right.
And they were building this giant thing out of crates.
Right.
I'm like, what's coming next?
Right.
And then the next time I was there, it was just chocolate candies and bears and
like
flowers.
you just walk into the stores, like as soon as one thing is over, it's like clockwork. It's right into the next thing you have to buy. So once I started seeing all of the hearts and the heart-shaped candy boxes coming out and everything, I was like, wow.
This is the same reason why I'm a fat piece of shit, too.
Why is that?
Because there's always something to celebrate that now, the day after Valentine's Day, all of those hearts are going to cost $2, and I'm going to eat.
So wait, you feel like celebrating causes you to eat more? Is what you're saying.
not celebrating. The fucking, I went in there for Super Bowl. I bought like fucking 2 pizza pies, wings. I still have fucking 80 wings frozen in my freezer. I still got fucking 2 bags of Tostitos, salsa, fucking cheese.
Right.
Because it's 2 for $6.
Right.
How on a bag that you could choke a fucking cow's ass with.
Right.
Why wouldn't I buy fucking 2 of them?
Well, see, did you have people over?
No.
You didn't have people over for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I did. I had my wife and 2 kids.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's it.
Well, we had folks over the house. So 2 3-foot heroes and sliders and wings and what else do we have? A bunch of just fat people stuff.
Right.
And beer and liquor and everything else like that. Here's my thing. My wife loves to entertain. And I think that my wife has like every possible gadget for entertaining. So now the entertaining is huge undertaking because now we have to set up everything.
Right.
And when I say we as a married man, that's French.
That means
We
you.
means me. So anyway, at the end of whatever event it is that we have at my house, my biggest thing is I always tell people, do me a favor. I don't care if you throw it in the garbage. Take all of this food out of this house. One thing is like the worst is like having like all those leftovers in the fridge of like the same thing. It's like that's like the bane of my existence. But I understand what you're saying because the day after the Super Bowl, all of the ginormous bags of chips, all of the big dips and everything else, they just want the stores, they want to get rid of all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But when I go into the store, this is what my original point. My original point was I'm like a robot now. So once I saw the heart-shaped candy boxes, it's like immediately you're like, got to plan something. But I don't think that women do that.
No,
Why is it that women don't look at it in that way?
because they fucking hate their decision. They were like, I settled for this fat fuck. That's why. For instance, I saw those heart-shaped candy boxes, and I was being a prick to my wife all morning, so I
Right.
bought her one,
Right,
and I gave it to her.
right.
Like, this was last week.
Oh, prematurely. You gave her
Yeah,
a
just
box-
gave it to her. I mean, I ate half the chocolates out of the fucking thing
Right.
after she opened. But you know who kind of person she is?
Right.
She opened the fucking box and stuck her finger in every fucking chocolate in the box to see what was in it.
You know what? Because, you know, you've eaten those things before. You don't like every one of them.
I'll fucking line them up, bro.
You
I'll
love
even,
all of the
I
whole
don't
variety.
fucking- dude,
You
I
love-
don't love 75% of the food I shovel into my fat head. Fuck.
Here's
It's a commitment I made a long time ago.
But here's the thing. It's the robotic movement of, oh, gotta plan something.
Yeah.
Right? Now, birthday comes. Oh, gotta plan something. You were just telling me about the expensive birthday from last year.
Yeah, but for them, you have to do something sweet and nice.
What did you get for your birthday?
For my birthday, I don't recall.
My point
I certainly
precisely. My
didn't-
point precisely. You didn't get close to what she got.
I mean, it was her 30th birthday, and I took her to the Bahamas, and it cost me fucking over 10 grand.
Okay.
So,
Now here's my thing about that, right?
yeah.
We live in a society where women say that they want to be equal.
Oh, you going down a bad road, hombre.
No, I always say this. We live in a society where women want to be equal, right?
Right.
Okay. So now if you line 10 men up and you
Right.
start to ask them, well, what did you do for Mother's Day?
Yeah.
For your wife or your kid's mother, your girlfriend, or whatever. What did you do? Where'd you go?
For Mother's Day, we always go. We do something with her mother. Either we'll go
Right.
out or we'll have a
Right.
dinner at the
Right.
house. We usually, we do something for the mothers for
Right.
sure.
Absolutely. As you listen, I got myself, I got my wife, my mother-in-law, and my mother.
Yeah.
So that's, 3 the hard way. I gotta, I have to do that. And I do. So now here's the thing. Father's Day.
Father's Day is, they did this on purpose. Father's Day is in June?
Yes.
It's nice. They're like, just get some meat for the barbecue. Just you go get
Right.
your own meat and put it on the barbecue.
Right.
And we'll call it a day for you.
My wife and children, they get me a shirt every year. Like, this is like my Father's Day shirt. 101 variations of number one dad.
That's bullshit. You ain't number one because I also got that shirt.
Now, here's the thing. One said Father's Day, I'm outside washing, I'm on Father's Day, I'm power washing my house.
Right.
Right? Me. So now, I happen to have one of my Father's Day shirts on, one of my collection, and I trashed the shirt with what I'm doing. And my wife says to me that I was ungrateful because when I looked at the shirt, it didn't really mean anything to me because I knew I was getting one. I knew I was a new one waiting for me in the house. But if I didn't get one every year, I wouldn't know that there was a new one waiting for me in the house.
That's right. You'd customize it. You tie-dye that shit.
There you go. But it's just me. I say we're getting ready for Valentine's Day, and I just noticed the robotic movement of myself, like, oh, gotta go playing something.
I have an idea. What's today's date? It's next week, right?
Yeah.
All right. When is it? Oh, because my wife said something to me yesterday, and I didn't catch on to this. Next Saturday would be the 15th.
Yes.
And she's like, you're not going to be able to take me for Valentine's Day, huh? And I forgot that we do this.
Yes.
On a Saturday.
Yes.
So in lieu of that, what I think we should do is pretend Valentine's Day never happened this year.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And we'll just see what happens.
Good luck with that. You let me know how that works out for you. You know? Just keep me posted. You know?
I mean, I don't know how that would. I don't think Danielle's not very like. I've been with women that would like super like buy me this kind of.
Right.
She's not like that so much. She likes to be thought about like they all do.
Right.
But like the real materialistic kind of.
Right.
Actually, I can't say that. I'm gonna have to do this experiment first. Because I always do something on some level.
Yeah. That's my point. My point being, it's not just men in general. If you really love the woman you're with, like we do, you wanna spoil your lady.
I don't want to spoil her.
Yeah, but you do. That's the point.
I just don't want to anymore.
But you do. The fact of the matter is, when we talk about equality, like my wife and I, we bet $5 this year on who we're gonna get the best Christmas gifts.
$5.
Yeah, $5. You know, but
that's a sneaky backhanded fucking. So I bet you ain't gonna outdate. She's gonna
right, but it's not. But see, it's easy to go out and try to break the bank on expensive gifts. That's not what it is. It's now who's gonna get the most thoughtful gifts that match the person the best.
These games, I can't take the game.
That is where the skill comes in. When like every time the person opens up a gift, it's like, oh my God, this was like so like mind blowing, this gift. So anyway, needless to say, I was triumphant this year and I collected my $5.
Oh, you won?
Yes.
You won by getting her the best gifts.
Yeah, because again, I was paying attention. I got some very good advice throughout the year that was like from a well-respected gentleman in my life that has been married for a long, long time. And he said that every time his wife says something that she wants, he writes it down.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's always there, and he knows that it's something that he can touch on, that he can get, and that it is something that she wants. So I started to do that. And as I said previously when I was talking about her, is that she has like every gadget known to man. So it's very hard. Like my wife is very hard to shop for, and plus, when you have a partner that has a career as well, it's like a lot of times she'll just run out and buy stuff before you even get to it.
That's my whole shit with my wife. It's like, what do I buy? You get whatever you want already. Like, there's nothing you really want. So why? Same with me though. It's like, what the fuck? What are you gonna buy me that I don't already have or want?
Exactly. So that's where the skill comes in. So that's when the $5 is on the line. You gotta try to achieve. So anyway, I always say, because my wife has like a lot of friends, and I always ask them about this whole equality thing because we're living in the world of girl power. How many movies have been made over with girls in it?
I mean, too many of them, I think.
Exactly. So we're like in the girl power era, and the feminist movement is like really on, but it's like these holidays haven't caught up yet. What's going on, ladies?
So, I thought you were about to say, so you bought her a box of tampons or some
I'm just
fucking
saying,
hairbrushes
I
or
just,
some shit?
I just see that the holidays, we haven't caught up with the equality with these holidays. And I'm lobbying to see more women in these restaurants pulling out their plastic and paying for these dinners on Valentine's
I like
Day.
that. I'm gonna second that.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to look around and see women pulling out boxes of candy and flowers.
You're fucking channeling your inner Malcolm X right now.
Yeah, I want to.
I have a dream.
Yeah, I want. Nah, that's Martin. That's
Martin
That's
Luther
Martin.
King. My bad.
But my whole thing is, I want to see. We always with this equality thing. I want to see this equality.
What did Malcolm X say? I'm over here quoting fucking
by any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
But here's my thing.
That still applies too.
All of this girl power and I'm independent and I have a career and everything. Okay, so that means that you have a bank account and you have credit cards as well. So
this is a real touchy subject for you.
Yeah, I'm on a crusade.
You want to be treated like a lady. Listen, man, if you could make this happen for all of us,
exactly.
We'll have a day for you too.
Exactly. I'm trying to put some respect on Father's Day.
Shit. Good luck, motherfucker.
So anyway, I know that on Valentine's Day that Benihana's and all of those buffets will probably be empty. It looks like
on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, because it looks like the desire for Chinese food is plummeted amongst this coronavirus thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? I think this is the one thing. Like Americans will be like, I'm not eating Chinese food right now. But women will be like, I want to go to Benihana. That's the difference. Like now, men, it's your responsibility now. You have this out with this coronavirus bullshit, which is extremely like racist. What we're saying right now toward Chinese people, like all of you guys are guilty. You're all suspect right now. I'm not fucking with you. Like I'm not eating anything that a Chinese person looked at. Is what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
I mean that's a bad motherfucking virus, bro.
Yeah, they said that today they confirmed the first American died over in Wuhan who contracted the coronavirus.
Yeah, it's in China, Wuhan, China.
Right.
People are all fucking up in arms about this thing. Like, if this thing gets here, it's gonna be fucking terrible because New York City is the same like China with the congestion and everybody on top of each other. Like, so they're not having very good fucking outcome over there with this virus. So I should hope it doesn't make it to America.
Yeah, but it causes mass hysteria. It's just like, anytime that they announce that there's some new sickness or virus or some strain of anything that's infecting a lot of people in mass numbers, it causes a state of hysteria.
Yeah, well, you have to be scared. You can't just be having a good time all the time, bro.
Bro, listen, if you were scared of every germ you could contract, you would never leave your house. You would never touch a doorknob or ride a bus or a train. All of the airborne pathogens that we come in contact with on a daily basis, it's ridiculous.
I don't scare easily in the face of this kind of shit. Would it be terribly tragic if I died of the fucking coronavirus? Yes, but you have to fucking live your fucking life, dude. Like I see people with these masks on walking around, and it makes me scared for me. I'm like, are you doing that for me, or is that for, like, who's that for? Is that for you? It's for me? Like, you got that thing with you? Like, what's up?
Well, I mean, there are people that are genuinely afraid of these types of things, and again, we all have our phobias and things that we fear. You know?
I'm genuinely fucking crazy when it comes to a lot of things, but shit like that's like completely out of control. If somebody was like, yo, in Queens, there's got like 17 dudes with that shit, I wouldn't leave my house. I'd be like, because Queens is too close. It's 2 blocks away. So
wait. They got the coronavirus in Corona?
Right. If it was in Corona, Queens, I'd be like, shit. All right, I'm going to have to just stay in the crib.
But here's the thing. You don't think that in this world of modern medicine, there's not some kind of a cure for this? You don't think that they can get ahead of this?
I think that they should be able to, with the advancements in technology and all
Absolutely.
kinds of great shit that, advancements in medical. I saw some white guy with glasses talking about it, and he seemed pretty confident that they could. So,
okay.
Anytime a white guy in glasses is saying shit like that, I believe him.
Is that like the international symbol of intelligence? A white
No,
guy with
that's
glasses?
the international, like an older white dude with white hair and glasses. That's the guy they put in front of you to calm you down. They're like, because you're like, this guy must know some shit. He's got those fucking glasses and that tie on.
Right.
They could have pulled him out of the parking lot at fucking Kmart or some shit and be like, listen, can you say a few words on camera? And I would have just bought it the same way I bought it now. I don't know that fucking guy.
Right.
But it, calm me down, If they would have put a Chinese guy with a mask on the fucking thing, I'd be like, oh, we're dead. We're fucked. This guy's going to fucking put the Maloik on everybody.
Yeah, but this thing, well, it's concentrated in one section of China. Yeah. It's only in Wuhan right now.
I've been to China before.
Okay.
There's a lot of people in China. There's a lot of Chinese people in China. And they're on top of each other. And they're small. And they fit in little cracks.
Right.
And then apparently they got big germs.
But here's the thing. It's concentrated. You're talking about a place of over a billion people?
Did you ever see the videos of people in China getting on the subway?
Yes.
Where they fucking push them in?
Yes.
That's like, there's a lot of fucking people there, man.
Absolutely. However, when you have something like this, what are they up to? About 70,000? Right now, today, they're up to about 70,000 confirmed cases.
I have no fucking clue. That sounds like
maybe
a lot.
Like 700 people have passed away from this thing.
That's terrible.
We just have to hope that they're working hard on trying to get in front of this thing.
They shouldn't let anybody into America from China. That's all.
That's where all of this fear mongering.
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Keep him out of here.
Yeah, but see, this is my thing. This is where This is where close the borders. Anybody
Close
Asian,
them. Put the wall up, Donnie.
Yeah,
put the fucking wall in between us and China.
This is just an excuse now to like be wary of Chinese people.
Fuck them. Nah, that's the wrong attitude to have.
Yes,
but,
of course.
Nah, we have to. I mean,
especially when Americans' affinity for General Tso's chicken.
Yeah, dude, I was just about to say. I don't know how much longer I could go on my strike against Chinese food. I'm gonna break soon. I'm gonna break.
Yeah, but this is my thing. People are striking from Chinese food. Like, these people flew in from Wuhan,
nah, it ain't that.
Last week.
Did you ever see the boxes that bok choy comes in, motherfucker?
Yeah.
That shit is lit up with Chinese hieroglyphics. You don't think one of them fucking broccolis got a little spur, what do they call?
What?
A little sputrid with the shit that comes out of your mouth. What's the thing called? When it's a little germ, it's sitting there.
What,
on the
spores?
A little spore. You don't think it's got a little spore on one of them broccolis? I don't know, man.
Well, this is like
stay out of Chinatown for a little while. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But, that's what's going on in the news, man.
Imagine dying from eating General Tso's chicken. That's the way. That's the shit. When I think about dying of some shit like this, it's the phenomenon of it. Yeah, it's crazy. But the actual reality would dawn on me when I'm laying in the bed with fucking tubes in my ass. Like, I had to have that fucking
But
chicken.
here's my thing. You could die from anything.
Of course, but do you have to die from MSG? You know what I'm saying?
Come on, you could stub your toe and get a staph infection that goes up to whatever, and that's that.
Yeah, I guess.
And you're out of here.
All right.
You know.
So let's go get
When is-
Chinese food
when-
after this. What's up?
Yeah, negative. But
I see.
what else is going on?
I'm hungry as shit. I'm like, I try not to. We had this conversation off the air, but I try not to eat before we do the podcast because I don't want to shit my pants. I don't want to sit here and have to take a shit the whole time. But now I'm hungry, I wrote a few. I had some notes coming into this. Let's see if I have anything else I wanted to talk about.
Well, I told you the XFL started today.
Yeah, I've seen a few people. Who gives a shit? They tried this once already.
Well, what happened was they tried to make it very gimmicky because Vince was like the main proprietor of it the last
Vince
time.
McMahon?
Yeah.
So it was like wrestling football?
So that's what he tried to bring it. Like, he tried to make it tougher and more controversial because, this was back in, 2001 that he tried this?
Something like that.
And he tried to make it like a lot more racy than the NFL. And what happens is when you're dealing with something that is so entrenched in the fabric of America, we're talking about 100 years of the NFL. We're talking about generations of people that have grown up watching. Like, I learned football from my dad. My son is learning football from me. And that's all from the NFL.
Right.
At the end of the day, when you're an upstart, it's very hard. When you're an upstart, it's very hard to compete with something that has that much of a head start on you, because it's like it's like a children's show on public access trying to go up against Sesame Street. This institution has been around so long that you can't really rival it, or you have to be very forward thinking with it. And Vince tried to do forward thinking with it last time, and it just was too gimmicky. And what it was actually about, football, the actual football on the field was terrible. So now,
did you watch any of this?
Of
the XFL? Any
today's games? No, I didn't. But I will try to. I will try. I think there's 2 games on tomorrow, and I'm going to try and watch tomorrow and see what kind of product they're putting on the field.
Where are they broadcasting? Is it on the internet or some shit?
No, I believe it's.
Are any of these players that played in the NFL?
No.
So this
not
is
that I know of. I think that they. Not that I know. I don't know the roster, so I'm not going to quote that. I don't know the rosters officially, but I know that the pay scales are drastically lower than the NFL.
So this is like high school football on drugs.
Well, no, really, because you got to think about it. The NFL is basically the NFL is a closed fraternity. You understand? It's only limited. You have like thousands and thousands of college players. So you have hundreds of colleges. There's only 32 NFL franchises, right? So when you have all of that going on, there's limited spots. Just like every pro sport only has a limited number of spots. There are people that are good enough to play in these leagues, but they, for whatever reason, teams pass on them, and they still have the skill to play the sport. Now, I believe that if they're putting a good product out, if they come out and they put a good product on television, and they get more sponsorship and people, because you got to think about it. Once the Super Bowl is over, there's 30 weeks.
Do we need to watch football all year round?
A lot of people are that fanatical about it. I mean, they say that baseball is America's pastime. I beg to differ.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, because football is not football anywhere else in the world except here. Football is soccer.
American football.
So, that's the other thing about these players. Like you said, there's limited positions for them. So this kind of opens that up. It's not like they're going to go to another country and play football, traditional American football.
Absolutely.
So, but still, it's still going to be a limited amount of spots. So
yeah, but what I'm saying is now, if you offer a good product while the NFL is away, you can drum up support from people that just want to see football. Because, again, a lot of people are into baseball. A lot of people are into basketball. but not as many people are into both of those sports. And like there are a lot of people that like to watch hockey as well and everything else like that. But football, the whole entire country is like galvanized to watch the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is like unreal in the amount of ratings that this one game gets.
Yeah, it's the only game I watched this year.
But again, it's like a polarizing event. You know what I mean? And this year, shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. This was a great game this year.
Yeah, that was a good game.
This is a dramatic game. I mean, it was great. It was like, again, we came out halftime. Halftime it was tied. They came out. San Francisco went up by 10, so there's drama. These guys, they mounted a comeback. They ended up taking the game. When, again, there's been Super Bowls in the past where the commercials were the best thing about it because one team got smoked in this game, or, the halftime show was the best thing. How'd you feel about J-Lo and Shakira?
I felt like you should definitely talk into the front of the mic. But, no, I liked it. I mean, listen, I'm always a fan of watching two beautiful women shake their asses for me. You know
right.
What I mean?
Now,
I loved it.
Did you feel like it was sexist?
No, it was beautiful.
Because I heard controversy of saying, oh, it's so sexist.
Think about the person who would say something like that. It's certainly not a fucking man of my age and sex drive. That's for sure. Who I'd like to look at that and be like, these filthy fucking whoas.
Right.
Shit, what am I supposed to do with that?
Right.
You know exactly what to do with that. Then just look at it. Enjoy the beauty. That's
Hey, and Jenny from the block, 50 years old.
Yeah,
what do you think about that?
She's gorgeous, man. She's got a pretty good genetic makeup, I say.
Right.
At that age, looking that good still.
Absolutely.
Shit.
So, it was definitely a great game, but the ratings were like out of control. So again, with 30 weeks between the Super Bowl and preseason, the XFL is trying to come in and fill like a void.
Are they going to have a Super Bowl too?
I'm sure they will.
Or are they going to call it like the Magic Bowl or something?
What they need to do is they need to just not be extra and over the top the way they were.
They should call it like the Super Bowl. Some shit
why
so
would
we
you
know.
do that?
I don't know. Just to be fucking silly.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think that the XFL has a chance to tap into an audience that's missing football. I hope they do. I'm going to check out their product tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Sunday. I'm going to check out their product, and I'll give my honest opinion on it for next week's podcast. You know what I mean? I'll give my honest opinion. And
I'm sure everybody is going to be sitting on the edge of their seat for that review.
Hey, listen.
Do we have a football team for them here? The XFL?
Yeah, the New York Guardians.
Guardians, huh?
Yeah.
What are we guarding?
Hey, listen, it's I think it's a play on the gargoyles on the sides of the building.
Do they have like a gargoyle on their building?
Let me pull up their...
Where do they play? Do they play in a real fucking... Or do they play at like Eisenhower Park or some shit?
What's wrong with that? You're like throwing off on that
I mean, I want to... if I want to watch a bunch of guys play football, I want to, I want to see some... I want to be entertained.
Yeah, but you got to... Are you going to actually pay for it? Their jerseys look good. I like that.
What do they look like? What colors
I'm
they use?
I'm going to show you right now. We're fact-checking, ladies and gentlemen.
If we have like, nice colors, or are they blue like the Giants? Are they dick riding?
No, I think they're black and red.
I like those colors, actually. Yeah. Because Jordan shoes, most of my Jordans, I try to get the black and red ones.
Are you still?
Bro, don't even get me started. Today they put out a pair of Jordan 1s. They were... basically the shoe that started everything in 1985, and they released 23,000 pairs.
Right.
That's it. And I put my reminder on the sneakers app. It's called SNKRS, whatever, Nike app. And they never reminded me, and I was making my fucking kids waffles.
What do you think about this?
That shit is fire. I would rock that.
You would rock that. Do you think this would accentuate your Jordans?
Yeah, I would totally rock a Guardian shirt. What is it? It's that a gargoyle? It looks like a panther. Look at these guys. Is that the same guy? Yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Who is that? Like Donovan McNabb's cousin? What is that guy's name?
I don't know.
It says it. Oh, it says Guardians on the back of his jersey.
Yeah.
So we're not going to market players. We're just going to market the team. I like that. That's a good move. They didn't even use a real player. They're like, fuck it, just put anybody in the outfit for now.
That's what they're saying.
But nobody knows who they are anyway.
So now, where are they going to be playing?
They're
playing in MetLife. They're playing.
They're
in
playing
MetLife.
at fucking in a baseball stadium.
No,
MetLife Stadium.
Yeah. What's the matter with you?
I'm on a delay today. I didn't eat. I heard Met, and then my brain went into gear.
They're playing at MetLife.
MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
That's Giants Stadium.
Well, now they have 3 football teams there.
They shouldn't do that. That's not nice.
You know, beside my general hatred for the Jets and the Giants, I think that it's crazy that they share a stadium, but for their PSLs, they charge full price.
Well, they need to make money. Those lights are not going to pay for themselves.
I get it.
Head coach Kevin Gilbride.
Yes.
Do we know him? President Janet Dutch. Look what I said. Old white guy, white hair, glasses.
Right. He just looks like he fits the part.
He could have never fucking played football in his life. He's the guy in central casting that they put in that position. Because you're not going to question it. You're going to be like, all right. And especially to this, they added the added flair of a tad bit overweight in a polo shirt. Because that's every, football coach.
Yeah, but you got you can trust a guy who's a tad bit overweight in a polo shirt because it looks like he's weathered the storm. And he's acquired knowledge because he's got that white hair,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's what's going on, and I'm going to check out their game. And see what's going on with these guys,
Look at this. He was a coach for 20 years with the NFL. All right, you got my attention. I'm going to check it out, too.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with it. We might stumble on something.
I'll let you guys know how I feel about it.
They already got you. They already got you with the color scheme.
I'm reading this guy. Kevin Bernard Gilbride is an American football head coach for the New York Guardians of the XFL. Gilbride was a coach for 20 years with the NFL.
Right.
So he coached college ball. It looks like over there.
Yeah, he was the offensive coordinator for the New York Giants.
Oh shit!
He got 2 rings with them.
They won't. If you pull up this team, they won't give you like a fucking roster of who's on the Guardians.
Yeah, but most of them you won't know. It's not like the big 3 where they got a bunch of over the hill guys.
That's what I want to see. I want them to put O.J. Simpson in a fucking football jersey again.
Why?
Why not? That would be something. Like if they took like Lawrence Taylor, O.J. Simpson, fucking Montana, take all the guys we grew up watching and make them fucking pound the shit out of each other on the field again.
Yeah, but why would you want to do that? These guys are like.
Because it would be a shit show.
Slow and
who broke their ankle, who broke their back. It'd be fucking amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again.
We hope you enjoyed us sitting here talking about absolutely nothing. And we hope that you'll join us again next week as we talk about absolutely nothing.
We talked about some things. But it was nothing. It was a show about nothing, like Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we do here.
I think though people will tune in to see it because I have a very nice underface. Did you realize how fat I looked in the video last week?
Right.
It was like the worst possible combination of like where I put the camera and how I was sitting here.
See here, you know what you have to do, right?
I have to fucking lose 40 pounds is what I have to do more than anything.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
But you can use like lighting techniques and
I have to. Yo, this is another thing. I know I said goodbye, but when I'm watching this film in its entirety yesterday, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I have a problem with my fucking weight. We shot that over the course of 6 months.
Right.
In some scenes, I was noticeably heavier than others.
Okay.
And I could think to what was happening at that time. One of them was right after the baby was born. I was on like a fucking 6-week bender of no sleep and eating like shit. I just looked terrible.
Right.
Probably like I look right now.
But you know what you need to do?
Yeah.
You need to, when you're about to overeat, you should think to yourself, continuity. I'm going to look heavier in the next scene.
But then, I tell you what, though, with film, it's like you forget. You forget what version of me you just saw. You'll be like, oh, that's the new version. Because that's what it's not that different. I'm talking about maybe 10, 15 pounds in either direction.
Okay.
Less balloon face at some points. But still gorgeous nonetheless.
But here's the thing. if you lost all your neckage here.
It's never going to happen.
No, I'm just saying, if you did, then would your voice change tonally?
Why would my voice change?
Because you don't have the weight resonance.
You think that's
there.
what makes it sound like this?
I think so. Just a
Let's see.
theory.
Let's see if we could get hello? Hello. No, same.
That's not what it is? Okay.
No.
So then what are you going to do?
Because
you already said after this you wanted to go to the diner.
I'm gonna fucking eat, bro. I'm starving.
And be.
I'm pretty much. I go through these things where it's like I'm pretty much gonna be a fat motherfucker for the rest of this.
But what do you classify as fat?
Well, I got on my fancy scale that told me today that my body weight without fat is supposed to be 166 pounds.
Right.
I'm 6 feet tall. At 166 pounds, I would look like a fucking crackhead. Because I looked like a crackhead at 190 pounds.
Right.
So, what do I classify as fat? I'm not. I'm pretty fat right now. You could see me here.
Don't drop the number because Sean's gonna be all.
What, my weight? Yes. I weigh 238 pounds right now.
Okay.
Dude, Sean's pushing 300 fucking pounds.
Okay.
We talk about this all the time. Sean's 4 inches taller than me.
Right.
There's no reason why he should be 70 pounds heavier than me.
Right.
But he thinks so.
He has long arms.
Yeah, he's got long everything. I mean, well, aside from he's got a long appetite. His tongue must be long. He's shoveling all that food in his face.
Well, here's my thing. At this point, what is your goal, your target?
What do I want to weigh?
Yes.
I like 210.
So you're saying like a 20-pound shift?
30, 20, yeah. Because I'm pushing, I'm 238. Could go up to 240 on a nice meal, I suppose.
Okay.
So I need to be 210, 208, walking around.
So you saying that you no longer want to look down and see yourself sitting in your own lap?
I mean, I still see my fucking pishkadil, you know what I mean? No, it's not that. It's I don't want to be so fat all the time in the ass. I'm just all the time sick of being fat, If I'm going to keep doing film shit or podcasts, like I don't want to look at myself with regret and disgust. Okay. Like, you fat fucking piece of shit. Look what you did to yourself. I said that to myself in the mirror one day. I was looking at, I walked past me, and I looked at me, and I was like, "What the fuck did you do? You fat fuck! You fuck! What?" Are you?
So, so moving forward, then,
what's
going to be the plan? Because
I don't know. I always ask,
because when I come, I definitely have to walk around workout mirrors and Peloton bikes and all that stuff like that. So what are we going to do here?
Well, the problem also with that is I can't really be getting on a fucking exercise bike right now. My back is fucked up. Like, just sitting in this chair, it bothers me. But, like, everything I do bothers it. And I don't know. And my doctor's like, oh, you should exercise. You should do this. And it's like, yeah, like, if I exercise today, then tomorrow I won't be able to walk to the bathroom. So it's like, I try to, like, once I get comfortable and I'm fucking...
So wait, exercise puts you in danger of, like, taking a crap on yourself?
No, I mean, I could. It's just painful. Like, I get comfortable with the level of pain that I have.
Right.
And I get accustomed to having it.
Right.
And that I don't want to throw any other fucking things into the mix that are going to put me out fucking where I can't put my fucking shoes on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just get and this could also be a very big excuse that I'm making for my fat ass self.
Right. I'm sure that people in the comments will inform you of your excuse making.
They will. I mean, but I do this. Another thing about it is this is with restraint. This fat fucking body you're looking at. My body's pretty fat, but my face more so.
Right.
This is what I look like when I care. When I'm not fucking double fisting cheeseburgers and fucking McDonald's and because there's times where that happens.
Right.
Like this, I really am trying to tone it down. Like I'll eat a little bad something here or there, but I'm trying not to fucking. The cap is not off. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just I made the observation and I'm sick of looking at this.
Okay.
And
so
then,
let us hope that this week will be the week that Phil will turn down fatty foods.
You'll be seeing this face next week, God willing. All right,
All right,
ladies and
guys.
gentlemen.
See you next week. We're out of here.
Bye now.